How's it going, everyone? I'm Ty Wisdom, and I'm here to bring y'all just kind of a little update. It has been, almost 8 months since I've actually done one of these type of videos. I used to like to do these almost like every few days just to keep up on my health and stuff, and I was really aiming to lose weight and just to kind of be able to reflect on what was happening at the time, also in the future, I guess. And if somebody watched it too, they could see the progress. Lots of things have been going on though, and we'll get into all that in this video. This is going to be kind of catching everyone back up that's interested, so make sure you guys stick around. But before we get into all that, I just want to say thank you all so much recently for all the love on the WoW content. And if you guys haven't checked it out already, we got links to everything down below. That's the new TCG stuff we've been doing, the new WoW content for the gaming side of things. And like I said, a lot of this IRL stuff will be going down into the recent WizdomWrld, and everything else is separated too. But with that, actually, speaking of, I have been running through some of the new recent Magic set, doing pack openings, and I still have a few boxes left of those behind me. I do plan on opening up those on camera here real soon. Hopefully get something pretty good. The first box was pretty nice, and I do know the market has shifted a little bit, so some of the stuff I'm probably going to be opening now are going to be a lot less than they were when it first came out, because it always has a super big hype. Bunch of streamers buy everything to try to get the special things, and it causes the market to crash. At least that's how I kind of feel about it. Anyways, so I thought this would be kind of a cool little side thing to do. Along with that, I have another idea of being able to record some of our games. I have a couple of deck list videos I'll be coming out of a few decks I built that I thought were semi-unique and kind of cool niche ideas of certain things that have been out recently and some old school combinations. With all that, there's also been the WoW Classic series that we've been working on, and I've been very shocked on how well that's been taking off. There's been a lot of people getting traction, thankfully, from the algorithm. And I just want to say thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, and sharing all of the content from that. I have a lot more planned, and I'm pretty excited to start out the Alliance series here next month. I plan on, actually we're in May now, so later this month I'm going to be starting the Alliance series as well. And we'll get into more about all that in just a minute. With all the recent content, I just want to kind of talk about what I'm aiming towards for an upload schedule. I hope to at least get about 2 to 4 WoW videos out a week, and then in between that get a TCG video or 2 out, and then at least like 1 or 2 IRL videos. That is currently the goal, to be able to kind of have a little mixture of different things, because the algorithm recently, I've noticed, picks up videos a day or two after it's been uploaded. So sometimes it won't have any views for like 14, 15 hours, and all of a sudden it starts picking it up. So I think the best thing I'm going to do is try to upload a WoW video, wait a day or so, upload a TCG video, then upload a WoW video, and kind of mix it up. Also, if you guys want to, check out the TCG channel. It is linked down below. I also have the long form content that this will most likely be uploaded on and connected to the main channel down below as well. So make sure you guys go subscribe to those channels. Lots of cool things that are happening there. As in the future for the WoW content, I have the Alliance stuff. We have a lot of cool things that are going to be happening through the dungeons. I know those videos will probably be a little bit longer because I do want to explore those dungeons, show some of the artwork, and I think certain people will really like that. A lot of those type of content that I'm doing on that side is more for people just to be able to sit down, eat some food, and just kind of be able to watch through stuff, be able to have something to consume, I guess, you know? But also, I do try to cover current like video game stuff, interesting things that are happening in the world, and I have a little niche side topics I do like to discuss on there, and also discussing World of Warcraft. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, go check that out as well. With the IRL stuff, I also have some camping trips like I was discussing in the previous video that I want to start getting released too. We did some music stuff and just kind of chilled by the fire, but there's some fun little topics, and one of those things as well, just to kind of upload to look back in like a few years while I'm just kind of scrolling through and be like, oh yeah, I remember those times. I have a lot of those other videos too that are kind of more hidden on the channel, so they may require 18 plus to log in on those, because some of that content was a little adult oriented. So with all that being said, I want to talk about my health. As for this part, there's definitely a lot, so I almost should have made this into 2 videos, but maybe we'll talk about it more later in a future episode. Right now, just to kind of catch up on everything. So since the last time I talked to y'all, I lost a best friend and I had to deal with that. And then in the early part of February, I ended up losing Midnight, as you guys have seen on some of the previous videos. He was my 24-year-old black cat that has been running around in all my videos ever since I started this way back in 2010. And it's just crazy to think about how much time has passed even since that has happened, because here we are at the end of April. Along with that, I never really kind of recovered from the holiday eating all the junk, pie, consuming just the constant garbage. And I did gain quite a bit of weight, which in the last few weeks I've been really doing a lot of research due to, I don't know the exact word of it, but I have a skin condition that makes me pretty much allergic to most of the stuff that's in our food nowadays. And this is a whole nother video that I really want to talk about here soon, is the laundry detergents, the shampoos that we use, the foods that we consume, on how bad they really are for you, all the crap they fill it with. And it's interesting because my entire life I have suffered from this weird cystic acne, and it has completely ruined my skin. And a lot I have found out recently, I've been shifting through different laundry soaps, which has helped different areas of my body. And stay away from Costco, by the way, because I did not know that. I was just super into Costco. I got a card a couple of years ago and I thought all their stuff is awesome, even in California, the liquor was pretty much the same stuff as the high-end stuff. And I was just kind of mind blown when I bought a bunch of this laundry detergent, and then all the recent articles about them have been started coming out about how horrible the laundry detergent is, and how it a lot of other people have also been dealing with skin issues from this. And like I said, I can go through hours and hours of a rant just discussing this topic, and I probably will in the future episode, because I've dealt with countless years of this acne, scarring, and it's crazy the damage it truly has done to me. And it's just everything I've done in the books, from creams, I've done all the expensive medications, I've had the dermatologists completely study all the shit's everywhere. And I don't know how I got so sensitive to everything, but the only other answers is from when I was a kid to now, all the cheap shit they blow all of our stuff with just to make it where it's easier to produce. And honestly, everything else is super fucking expensive. So it's really interesting. I got a lot to say about that. And I did get into a lot of drinking during the holidays. I had some pretty fun times meeting some interesting people in town. I met some really cool people through Magic that way too, because one of the local bars was doing a bar Magic night, and all of us would kind of meet up there. And so I want to talk about this too, just real briefly. And like I said, I'll probably expand on this in a future episode. I have a lot of IRL videos kind of like this I want to do. Even if not a whole lot of people see them, I think if one or two people see them, are okay, that's pretty interesting. That's all it's worth, When it comes to drinking, I feel in a way, it's okay to do a couple drinks maybe a week if you're doing it as a social event and you have a lot of stress of working all the time, and maybe there's something every Thursday, there's a special thing you go to and you have a drink or two while you're enjoying that. I think that is okay. I think what the issue with drinking is when you excessively do that, if you do it every night, if you are drinking alone, that is when also I feel it's really bad. If you're consistently drinking heavy stuff, beer, all that stuff when you're alone, that's when I feel the alcoholic side is really truly taking over than more of it just being a side little hobby. And I have to say, even in the last month or two, I've kind of lost interest in drinking again. I haven't even really bothered to drink very much. The person I was with, we were kind of just stopped drinking together. We were smoking a lot and stuff, and I still am smoking. That's one thing I need to start kind of winging off of, because I have a lot of breathing issues, and this kind of goes into that health topic. I have a lot of breathing issues, and it's just been getting worse recently. I struggle most of every night to sleep because I constantly wake up almost choking in my sleep and stuff. And I have inhalers. I don't want to go on a breathing machine because I know a lot of this I could reverse, and a lot of that I just need to hold myself accountable. and I needed to start working out, doing breathing exercises, eating right, and staying away from just the junk. Need to stop smoking. And yeah, like I said, a lot of these topics I want to really discuss further about, like marijuana usage, and like I said, on the drinking stuff too. I think there's ways that it's okay to drink 1 or 2 drinks a week, like I said, at a special event, but when you're consuming it by yourself, it becomes alcoholism, and that's where you have to really look out for. Other things that have been going on besides that, though, my dad in recent time, he had a near level stroke of like a blood pressure spike, and it was kind of crazy because he woke up after a day of being really good, everything was fine, and he woke up from his normal nap, and he calls me, and he's saying he has like a crippling headache. He's super dizzy, very nauseous, and we have a lot of like the doctor equipment to test like your blood sugar, your blood pressure, the little clip thing too for your pulse and whatnot. So we did the blood pressure thing, and it was like 200, 210, but we accidentally dropped the machine and then knocked out the batteries. So then we found out the batteries almost died, so we ended up getting some more batteries just because we wanted to make sure it was like not just in his head and the machine fucked up. But it ended up, yes, he had a very severe high level. So we rushed him in to the ER, and thankfully, after a day or two of the tests and everything came back, everything does seem to be good. He's still suffering a weird like residual. He's still suffering a residual like headache still, and very fatigued. But I'm just glad that he's okay, and that was a pretty bad health scare. And then also, yeah, like I said, just a lot of things have been happening. A few weeks ago, I went blind in my right eye for a while. I do not know what happened. I went to the doctor and everything, and the closest thing that we could figure it out is a lot of screen time and severe dry eye syndrome or something like that. It's basically where your eye is so dry it can't produce moisture or anything. So you just have to moisturize the hell out of it, and thankfully it did work. I got my vision back, and I thought I was having an episode of the retinal detachment, and that's horrible. But anyway, so that's everything that's been going on. Like I said, I probably should have even done all that in a separate video, but if you guys did stick around to this long, I just wanted to leave you all with something beautiful. Some people are in your life for seconds, days, weeks, months, etc., but the best thing that you can do is just enjoy the time that you have with them before they're gone, and really do your best to just enjoy what you have and what's around you before it's gone as well. Might not be just people, but just your current living situation. Everything could always be worse, and especially in the world right now, for some reason we keep getting signs of that. So anyways, much love. Make sure you guys go check out the other content down below, and this is brought to you guys by me, myself, and I do all the editing stuff around here. No AI content, so I appreciate all the love. And Wisdom Entertainment, Ty Wisdom, we out. See ya.